Alrighty, folks, this week we're going to do something a little different. You see, we're going to have us one of them there back to school specials because, well, school is no longer officially out for summer, at least for most of us. And when I had my little moment of shipping my littles off to school again this week, I had a real time stopper hit me, and I had to stop and think for a few and reflect. And, well, I kind of just want to share that moment with y'all.
Oh, back to school, back to school, back to...
Do y'all remember when the start of the school year meant new backpack, picking out the perfect first day fit, making sure your binder was set up just right, and all the folders for the classes were in the right places? You know, math was red, science was green. Well, I hate to tell y'all this, but apparently we have fucked that up too. And if you think that, everything felt a little bit more expensive and harder to get together for your kids this year, well, you're not imagining that. According to CBS News, a typical basket of school supplies is up upwards of 8%. Lunch staples, almost 11. Notebooks, 23. And God forbid your kid wants a fucking bluey lunchbox. Them motherfuckers are up nearly 27. And the shit stain in chief? Well, he ain't stopping with these tariffs that are just going to make the rest of this school year continue to get more expensive. So guess what, parents? Your first lesson of the year is economics and how the fuck we're all going to pay for this shit. According to Deloitte.com, parents are expected to spend about $577 per child just to get them started for the school year. And a survey conducted by Credit Karma has said that upwards of 45% of parents will take on debt just to do so. That's almost fucking half. Almost half of parents will have to indebt themselves for fucking pencils. And it's not just the parents either, it's the teachers too. According to adoptaclassroom.org, 2025 teachers were spending upwards of $900 of their own money for classroom supplies just to make it through, on top of what the parents are already sending in themselves. So just so we all understand, the parents are paying to send the kids to school, the teachers are paying to maintain them throughout the year, and everybody's getting squeezed here except the fucking corporations, which are recording record profit like they always do. And that's just supplies. We haven't even talked about one of the hottest topics and what shouldn't even be a fucking debate in the first place, lunch. You know, the thing that makes Republicans quake in their boots if they think a single child will ever get for free. Yeah, did you know that upwards of 35,000 students in Houston alone are set to potentially lose their free or reduced lunch benefits this year because of the shit stain in Chiefs cuts to SNAP? That really screams America first and protecting the kids, doesn't it? And it's not just financial, y'all. There's extra mental costs this year, too. It's not just the normal paperwork that we're all used to filling out, the contact forms, the emergency plan, allergies, and medication. No, some schools are also having to have parents fill out what happens if we get picked up by ICE forms. That's exactly what's going to be conducive to a kid's learning environment, having to worry about what's going to happen when they get home if mom and dad just aren't fucking there anymore. But hey, if you're from Texas, at least y'all can say your school's found a way to come up with some money, about $60 per student actually, if they signed up for a little program called Blue Bonnet Learning, or as I like to call it, Bible lessons meant to give your kids religious trauma before they even start the first grade, because that's exactly what they need in their life. I'm sure little Timmy's going to do a great job remembering his multiplication tables in between bouts of worrying about what's going to happen to his eternal soul. Folks, I fear that we have well and truly lost the fucking plot. When I was a kid, because of a certain event that took place at Columbine, we had to start carrying clear backpacks so they could see everything inside of them. And when I think about that now, I think about how we can't see what these kids are carrying nowadays. The outward appearances, you can maybe tell if money's in the picture or not, but how do you look out for the child that has no idea if they're ever going to see their parents again every time they leave their house? How do you alleviate the worries of a kid who finds out he's not even going to be fed at school anymore? how do we fix this? How do we go about taking the steps to make sure that our children at least get a modicum of the quality of carefree life that we had? Because while we could see again everything in that clear backpack when I was a kid, there's just no way that we could measure the weight of what these kids are carrying around nowadays. And, well, quite frankly, the thought of my child coming home and telling me that one of their best friends just stopped showing up to school anymore, and me as a parent knowing it was because of where their parents were born or any other random fucking lottery pool of life that can happen to you caused it, I don't know how I'm going to handle that. I don't know what to tell them other than sometimes bad things happen to good people. Welcome to the start of the school year, folks. Hopefully, all of us will learn a lesson this time around. It's an open book test. Let's not fail it.
Truth shots.